Now, in the studio with me is the wonderful Josh Dury, who I think you were my very first guest on this programme.
Oh, wow, to think all that time ago, Claire.
I know.
Wow, it's amazing.
3 months, and we've got you back in already. How are you?
Yes, well, thank you very much for having me. Yes, very well, thank you. Just very busy in the astrophotography community right now. So, yeah, just trying to find some airwaves before tonight's astronomical event.
Which is why you are here. Now, if you have not heard Josh before, firstly, how dare you? Where have you been? Josh, are you living in the Chew Valley now?
That's right, yes, in Compton Martin.
That's right. And Josh, when it comes to all things astronomy, astrophotography, you are the man to know. And so every time I follow you on Twitter, X, whatever we're calling it, and you keep me up to date with all the things I don't understand up there, which is brilliant. And we have this big opportunity to see some meteors tonight. Is that right?
We do. It's such a lovely astronomical event, Claire. So it's called the Geminids Meteor Shower. So for me, I always remember it as the December meteor shower, and it is literally amazing. So we can expect to see up to 150 meteors every single hour, and this is depending on the moon not being in the way, which is the case tonight. And you need a clear sky and preferably somewhere dark. And with that, you're guaranteed to see shooting stars, and that's what I think makes the Geminids such a unique one.
I think I'll check the weather forecast, but I know last night it was a clear night because the stars were as bright as anything, so it should be good conditions.
It's very good conditions. So tonight I've had a look at the weather forecast beforehand. Tonight between, say, 8 o'clock to 11 is looking favourable, so for all of your listeners on Radio Bristol, it's a really good time to go looking out. And also tomorrow as well, so we've got some really good conditions to see this amazing astronomical event.
Yeah, and hello to our listeners on Radio Somerset too. I know that you've heard lots of Josh in the past, which is wonderful. I'm going to ask the most stupidest question ever. I can't believe actually I'm asking this at my age. What is a meteor?
A meteor, if you imagine it, it's a very small particle of debris which can be left from comets, which is the main particular object in the night sky, and even asteroids. And so you've got to imagine that these objects are burning up in the Earth's atmosphere, and they can be as small as a grain of sand. And in doing so, it can produce such a lovely long tail in the sky, but for such a small period of time. And this is where I get a bit sciencey, guys, but basically it's whatever is within that particular particle. When it burns up, it makes it change certain colours. So some meteors can appear green and others red, depending really on what they're made out of.
So why then, again, all my questions feel stupid, why then is this a regular December occurrence? Because that sounds like these meteors just come out of something at a random time.
That's right. So this particular instance, Claire, is, with the Geminids Meteor Shower, the Earth is passing through debris of a comet. And in doing so, every time, once a year, as the Earth orbits around the sun, it's passing through this debris.
So it's the same comet?
Yes, it's the same comet in this instance. And with that, you're able to see some beautiful displays around December.
And actually, being December, seeing a shooting star in December, I mean,
magic.
Amazing.
It's
just magic, isn't it? So if you've got any children listening, we've just done the school run, so if you've got any children listening, do you need anything special to see it?
No, not at all, Claire. So, for you and all your listeners as well, just use your unaided eye and hope that there is a clear sky. And with that, just, get some blankets out, get some deck chairs, just take, 10 minutes out of your evening to have a look and see if you can see a meteor just shoot across the sky.
So I'm thinking, what if you are, I don't know, okay, maybe the lights of the city centre won't help so much, but, if you're in Portishead, or if you are on the outskirts of Bath, if you can go all the way down to Chard, and they should be able to see something.
Yeah, so even in suburb areas, you should be able to see the meteors quite well. But for anybody interested, really look for a dark sky place. Even the Mendip Hills, where I come from, is a really good place for that because there's less light pollution, which means we sort of see more of a window to the universe. So that's perfect. But at the same time, though, some of these meteors can be so bright you don't need to leave the city. So in one instance, Claire, they're so fun, and I've seen them on a few occasions now, but fireballs, they're called, and they can be so bright, and I've seen them a few times, are actually brighter than the moon when they light up the sky. It literally lights up everything on the ground, and it just looks fascinating.
If you see a shooting star, and you've seen a lot of shooting stars, haven't you? Do you make a wish?
I do actually.
On everyone?
Yes, it is. You see things going throughout the cosmos and you've got that curiosity going on, looking up at the night sky. And I just think, yeah, I'm going to give a little wish on each. So the more the merrier is what I always
Yeah,
say.
absolutely. And stay tuned. There's going to be more from Josh in a moment, because the last time we spoke to him, you were up for Astrophotographer of the World or something, weren't you?
Gosh, it was. Yeah, back in September now. It feels an age ago.
Well, you've had more great things coming your way, so we'll discuss that as well. Stay tuned. It's Josh Dury here with me from the Tube Valley, talking the meteor shower tonight and tomorrow, actually. It's Claire Carter here with you until 6 o'clock. Thank you very much for your company. I've got Kelly Clarkson, Underneath the Tree, on the way. Music also from the Lighthouse family too. In the studio with me is the lovely Josh Dury, who's from the Tube Valley, talking about the fact that, what is it, the Geminids?
Yes.
Is that right? Got it right. I've been practicing that. The Geminids Meteor Shower. Probably, would you say this is the most visible of the year?
It is. It's really interesting what's happened in the astronomy world, Claire. Even in just the past 5 years, it used to be the Perseids meteor shower during August, which was the infamous one where there was a lot of space debris, which caused the best astronomical event of the year. But things have changed. It's really quietened down in the past number of years. So really, the Geminids takes favour. There's more meteors per hour to see, and I think 150 per hour. That's not bad to miss out on.
So why has it changed?
So why has it changed? Really, it's down to, how dispersion is happening within our solar system. We think about old comets which have passed through our solar system, and eventually that material is beginning to disperse really over a period of time, whereas the Geminids is more fixed in place. So each time the Earth is orbiting around the sun, we're passing through that debris, and we're just waiting for that peak moment, which is happening on the 14th and the 15th of December. So a good time to have a look.
All right. Well, when we last spoke, because the other talent that you have is astrophotography, and I know that you were up for this huge, massive award and you were nominated, and it was great. Trip to Greenwich, brilliant. Well, Josh comes into the studio today, right, and he goes, I don't know whether I should talk about this or not, but the History Photographer of the Year, where Dan Snow is the main judge. You've only gone and won it.
Yeah, it was the biggest surprise.
So this is a national competition?
It is a national competition, and then I had a friend on the Isle of Lewis message me just saying, oh, congratulations, Josh, thinking nothing of it. Look on Facebook and it says Josh Dury, the overall winner of History Photographer of the Year. I think, what? This is insane.
That's congratulations.
Thank you.
So talk me through what you won it with, because it was a different shot than the previous one.
Sure, yeah. So it's very strange, Claire, what happened, because it was all during this time when I visited the Isle of Lewis. I never knew when I jumped on board that ferry how much that trip would change my life. So to get the image for Astronomy Photographer of the Year shortlisted in September, that was a fantastic, confidence boost. And then to find out on that same time in the morning to capture the image of the low mist above the Callanish Stones was absolutely fascinating to not only photograph, but then to find out it's won a national award. And then to only find comments by Dan Snow to literally say, this is the holy grail, absolute perfection. I thought, wow, this is insane.
So what did they send you?
So they sent me really just confirmation saying that your image was the overall winner of the competition. So there was, let me think now. So there was the overall winner, and there was also the overall winner for Historic England. So there was 2 nominations. And so to find mine was the overall for it, I thought, wow, Claire, lovely to bring that back to the Southwest.
Oh, it's amazing. And everybody can see all of these via your website, can't they?
They can do, yes. So it's on joshduryphotomedia.com.
Lovely stuff. Where are you going to be tonight then to try and catch these meteors?
Coming up for a couple of ideas. I'm wondering whether just to stay local and see if we can capture some of the meteors. So around the Mendip's always a beautiful spot I'd love to talk about on the show, but otherwise maybe further afield as well. Just make sure to go somewhere dark if you'd like to see them.
Yeah. What I love is we said earlier, we were like, don't go to Stonehenge. It's a bit of a cliche now, isn't it?
We all love a cliche now and then.
Don't we? We'll enjoy it. Do, if you have got a bit of time tonight or tomorrow night, get outside, look up, find somewhere dark, and the Geminids Meteor Shower should deliver.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Lovely to see you again, Josh.
Thank you for having me, Claire.
No doubt. We'll speak in 2024.
2024, scary.
Excellent stuff. Josh Dury there, astronomer, across our region and beyond, and winner of the History Photograph of the Year. Check it out online.